What do you like to play?
Pokemon!
Pokemon, 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 Pokemon. What do you like to play?
Pokemon!
Pokemon, Pokemon, Pokemon. You see?
What's going on, everybody? Batmon here, and got a match today against Fatman, and it's the OU match. So he leads off with the Staraptor. I'm scared shitless because of the close combat, so I go out to Slowbar to resist it. But apparently he reads the 10 Commandments, which reads Brave Bird, fucking everything. But most Staraptors are Scarfed, but this one's actually Life Orb, so Mr. Pink's not gonna take that too well. I'm gonna switch out, thinking he's gonna go for another Brave Bird, and he does. And oh my god, a resisted Brave Bird from a Reckless Raptor does nearly half to Baker the Heatran. But I was pretty sure close combat was coming this same, so I'm just switching in and out, back and forth. Got the Regenerator on my Slowbro, so I can take his hits. And I was pretty sure that Brave Bird was coming, but didn't want to predict anything weird. So I just leave him here, kind of as fodder, because I knew it would kill itself. But Mr. Pink lives, and he's just gonna chillax and slack off, get some HP back, and there you go. Mr. Pink is taking hits all day. Galvantula's out here now, and it's not gonna appreciate that. So I send back out my Baker. I promise you guys, I have more than 2 Pokemon. These are my 2 walls, and take that hit. Okay, I think I can take another one. Doesn't want to get hit by fire move, so he goes out into his own Heatran. I was about to say he goes out to his own Baker, but yeah, he has Heatran out there now. Gonna lay up my rocks because I am bulky Tran, and I have the rocks. And as we all know, those are the best moves of the game, so he decides to go for it as well. I was kind of thinking maybe it's Scarf, but that's kind of old school 4th gen stuff. So he goes out into a Super Rachi, and I go for a Scald. I'm just like, alright, come on. Burn, no burn. Alright, gonna go for it again next turn because I know I can live any kind of hit from this thing, because it's not Specs or Life Orbs, anything weird like that. So he Calm Minds up, and I go for another Scald. Don't get the burn, so I need to get out of here before he sets up all over my face. Go out into Heatran. Guys, I don't know what, the past minute and a half have just been Heatran and Slowbro, just taking hits from everything. So he goes for another Calm Mind. I'm getting scared because most Super Rachis carry Hidden Power Ground, I think. But he just goes out to a Azumarill, who's gonna take a Lava Plume. I was kind of a risky play because I could have gotten the burn, but it paid off because I didn't. But oh my, here comes Mr. Pink again, just taking hits all day. Seriously, Slowbro with Regenerator is so good, because I was pretty sure I was at 16 hit points a couple turns ago, and now I'm almost back to full. So he goes out into Zapdos, gonna get that rocks damage and exert the pressure. I went for the Scald because I knew he was forced to switch out because it wasn't any Life Orb or leftovers, and I wall Azumarill for days. But I get the burn on his Zapdos, which is alright, but I see it has leftovers, so I would much rather have Toxic on it than burn, because he can just roost all over the place and get up to pretty much full HP, which he almost does here. I went for Ice Beam, not thinking he would roost, but he does. And because Mr. Pink is amazing, I do have some special defense in this guy. It's going to take a Thunderbolt from a Zapdos, hit him with the Psychic. But Zapdos is pretty much equal beastage, I must say, because he can take Psychics as well. So Mr. Pink's going to get out of there, going to get some Regenerator, and Thunderbolt is coming my way, except not really, because he roosts, because he needs to be over a quarter to come back in from rocks. Kind of make a silly play right here, and I thought this was like the perfect bait to go out to his own Heatran, but it was not, as you'll see here. He just goes for Thunderbolt because he can take a Lava Plume. And yeah, I am going to be taken out with one more Thunderbolt. But Baker did his job. You'll finally get to see some other Pokemon besides Mr. Pink and Baker. Hopefully. I think I brought more. So after Burn, he's going to be around half, not exactly half, just a little bit over. And go out into my Gengar. And Gengar sets up a sub. But this isn't some sub-disable set. Because, well, it wouldn't really work against this Heatran because, as you'll see here, I go for the Focus Blast. I actually had to sacrifice a goat so that would hit. So, thankfully it did. Get a special defense drop, not gonna matter. You'll see here that if I was a disable set, it would've just, would've fucked me over because he just roars me out. But special defense drop didn't really matter here because he roars me into Mr. Pink, who can easily take him out with the Scald without the special defense drop. But he just decides to go into a Zapdos, and I recover all the way up. So pretty sure the roost was obvious, so I wasn't gonna go for Ice Beam. It's kind of stallish right here. I kind of hacks him to death, which is I'm never happy about hacking people to death. You'll see there, get a special defense drop, but Zapdos still can take that hit. Can take special hits, okay. And I thought he would just go for a Thunderbolt, trying to do as much damage as possible. So I go for Ice Beam, and I get a crit. So yeah, sorry about that, man. Got a special defense drop, then I get a crit. But he keeps on going for the Roost, which is kind of a not really gonna work out for him at the end because I'm just gonna keep on going for Psychic now, and he sees that this is a losing battle, so he's just gonna hit me with a Thunderbolt, which, as we know before, I can take it, and I do take this, and I'm not even in red. That's how badass Mr. Pink is. So Mr. Pink, you did amazing this battle. He's just gonna send out his Galvantula next. Don't want anything to take a Thunder, and I just want to kind of scout out what kind of Galvantula this is. So yeah, Thunder hits me, and no Life Orb or anything, so pretty sure this thing is choiced. Most are choice specs, but yeah, Buttercup out here, named after, you know, Powerpuff Girls, because, I mean, who doesn't love Powerpuff Girls? So Buttercup's gonna set up a sub, my Virizion, because it can take a Thunder and probably still have a sub. And close combat the Heatran, boom, gonna take him out. It's kind of my own set that I made. I really like it. It's works really well. So he's got his Rachi out there. I'm gonna go for a Sword Stance because I think that a close combat should take it out. On PO, on this team, after a Sword Stance, a close combat can usually do around 70%, and he looks to be just under 70. So close combat takes him out because freaking Buttercup, as we all know, well, most of us, Buttercup was the strongest and the coolest. Didn't really give a fuck about anything. And yeah, Garvantula comes in. Don't want to risk a speed tie and him just hit me with the Bug Buzz or Hidden Power. So I go into Gengar's fodder, but he actually goes for Bug Buzz, which I 4 times resist, and I'm able to hit anything he wants to bring in with the Shadow Ball. But I should have probably predicted this, but it didn't really change anyway because the match is kind of wrapping up, and he doesn't go for Aqua Jet because I don't know why. But Galvantula comes back in, and he shows me right here that he's actually Scarfed because he outspeeds me. And yeah, I send out my Haxorus, who can easily take a Bug Buzz and just outrage the fuck out of everything, but he doesn't need to because this is his last poke, and outrage is an overkill. So yeah, great game. fatman1996. You know, I don't think he has a YouTube, but if you do, just tell me the link. But guys, if you liked it, leave a like. Please leave a comment, because I love reading them. And subscribe if you really want to. And y'all just have a great day.